Hello, everyone. We have a very special speaker announcement for our 2024 Midwest Real Estate Investor Conference, which is being held today and tomorrow, February 22nd through 23rd, right here in Grand Rapids at the DeVos Place Conference Center. This is the must-attend two-day event for real estate investors at all levels. And I have a very special speaker announcement to make today. If you are an investor in Grand Rapids or West Michigan, you definitely do not want to miss this one. Ryan Kilpatrick is from Flywheel Community Development Services, and he also works very closely with Housing Next. And he will be presenting on opportunities for housing growth in West Michigan. So Ryan, I'm really looking forward to your presentation. Tell our listeners a little bit about what you'll be discussing tomorrow.
Well, thanks for having me on, Brian. I really appreciate it. Our primary focus is really on understanding how to leverage market opportunities to solve for housing choices across the ecosystem. As you know, I've been working with Housing Next for a number of years and worked with a number of local municipalities. And as we look to the housing needs across Kent and Ottawa counties, we need more than 50,000 additional housing units at a variety of price points. And so my work is really to try to find ways that allow for entrepreneurship, that allow for the private sector to help to create for those much needed housing units in a manner that aligns with private sector financing, with some of the new state legislative tools that support housing at particular price points, and in a way that creates more dynamic, walkable, enjoyable neighborhoods that we know at least half of our market is looking for.
Definitely a very tall order. Tell our listeners what they can expect from your presentation.
So we've been doing quite a bit of research around the region to understand where we've got opportunities for housing growth. There's a fair amount of GIS mapping that we'll share at the upcoming conference, as well as some data about opportunity locations and some communities that have been really supportive of additional housing growth. We want to give your audience a bit of an inside track on where they might want to look for future investments, what those municipalities are looking for, and help them bring products to market that so far are vastly undersupplied and much needed.
Yeah, there is no doubt about it that we are vastly undersupplied here in West Michigan. And what did you say? We need about 50,000 new units in Grand Rapids just by 2027 alone?
That's across both Kent and Ottawa counties. So we cover the Holland and Grand Haven market as well. If we're looking at just Kent County, it's 35,000 housing units by 2027. You're right.
And we also need 8,000 new rental units in Grand Rapids by 2027.
You got it. Yeah, just inside of the municipal boundaries of the city of Grand Rapids, that number is 8,000. And it's going to continue to grow, right? Grand Rapids is one of the very few places in the state of Michigan that is attracting new talent. And that new talent wants to be in walkable, amenity-rich neighborhoods close to the center of the city. And it's going to take us a while to catch up with that demand.
What's your outlook on 2024? I mean, interest rates are higher, construction costs are higher. Are you seeing a drop-off in new construction?
You know, we have not seen a significant drop-off. We've seen a bit of a slowdown, and you'll see that in the number of new housing starts from 2022 to 2023. And that was practically a direct reaction to those interest rate hikes that we saw throughout 2023. So I'm hopeful that we have now reached a stabilization point on interest rates and that those will start to tick back down. We'll talk about some creative financing that can be available to the right types of housing in both Kent and Ottawa County to help developers and builders get lower interest rates on both construction and permanent financing. But I do think that builders and developers have to get more creative in terms of the types of housing that we're providing for, the unit mix and the density that we're providing for on properties in order to make the math work. Because you're right, construction costs are as high as they've ever been, and we're probably not going to see much of a downtick in terms of construction costs over at least the next year or two. And so we've got to figure out ways to create more valuable investments just based on the way that we're designing and building neighborhoods.
And as we wrap it up, Ryan, what is your favorite hack or app?
Right now, it's actually housingdata.app. And this is an app that lets you see building permits year over year of all different types in any county, any municipality, any metro area in the United States. So you get a real quick flyover sense of who's building housing and where. And you can quickly get a sense of, which market is doing really well, which market is undersupplied.
So Ryan, once again, you'll be presenting on opportunities for housing growth in West Michigan. Your presentation is tomorrow, Friday, February 23rd at 4 p.m. here at the DeVos Place Conference Center. And once again, you do not want to miss this two-day event. It's the 2024 Midwest Real Estate Investor Conference, which is being held today, Thursday, February 22nd, and tomorrow, February 23rd, right here in Grand Rapids, Michigan at the DeVos Place Conference Center. To find out more and buy tickets, you can go to www.midwestreiconference.com. Or, because it's happening right now, you can just show up at the DeVos Place Conference Center. We're on the second floor adjacent to the river, and you can buy your tickets right at the door. Looking forward to seeing everyone there. Ryan, I can't wait for your presentation. Thanks for joining me today.
Looking forward to being there, Brian. Thanks so much.